Have you ever heard of a war fought over a bucket? Sounds impossible, right? But in the year 1325, that's exactly what happened. Two Italian city-states, Bologna and Modena, turned a stolen wooden bucket into the reason for one of the strangest wars in history.
Let's travel back to medieval Italy, a time when the land wasn't one united country, but a collection of proud, independent city-states. Bologna and Modena were neighbors, but they were also bitter rivals. Bologna supported the Pope, while Modena backed the Holy Roman Emperor. Their political differences fueled centuries of tension, and both cities saw each other as enemies waiting for a reason to fight. And that reason came, not through betrayal or invasion, but through a bucket.
Legend has it that Modenese soldiers raided Bologna and, among other loot, took a simple wooden bucket from a city well. To them, it was a joke, a trophy, maybe even a way to mock their rivals. But to Bologna, it was an unbearable insult. Pride was everything back then, and losing a symbol of your city's honor, no matter how small, was something you couldn't ignore. So, Bologna demanded its bucket back. Modena refused. And that's when this absurd disagreement became a full-scale war.
In November 1325, Bologna gathered nearly 30,000 soldiers, knights, footmen, even local peasants, and marched toward Modena. But the Modenese, though outnumbered, were fierce. The two sides met in what became known as the Battle of Zappolino. It didn't last long. Modena's smaller but better-trained army crushed Bologna's massive force in just a few hours. Thousands were killed or captured. And when the Modenese won, they didn't just celebrate. They rode to Bologna's gates, drew water from their well, using that same wooden bucket. It was victory served with a sting of irony.
The bucket was never returned. In fact, it's still on display in Modena today, a silent reminder of how pride can lead people to lose sight of what really matters. When you think about it, this story isn't just about medieval Italy. It's about us. We all fight our own bucket wars sometimes. Small arguments that grow too big, moments where pride overshadows peace.
If you enjoyed this lesson from history, make sure to subscribe for more stories that remind us how the past still whispers to the present. Until next time, stay curious and stay kind.